All right, let's see here. All right, what's going on, y'all? It is Cop Pizzle. I'm doing this video live, but you can obviously catch the recorded version. So here's the deal. I wanted to talk about, before I go further in doing any more videos here on YouTube or doing anything uh, as far as like live streaming like I did last night with the Giants community. I wanted to talk about my beef with BadDog and why it was ultimately squashed. And so a lot of people have been saying that for years now, or yeah, it's been a couple years now, have been saying, what's going on, everybody? I'm just gonna kind of talk here. No disrespect to the chat. What's up? Much love. You guys know I love you. Hope you've been liking the last couple of videos we've made. I got some more ideas, some more good stuff. But anyways, a lot of people have been saying that Pizzle's jealous, right? Been on here for so many years, blah blah blah. Got this many subs, all this and that bullshit. But the truth about it is I keep it real, I keep it authentic, I keep it the way I want to. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's get to my beef with BadDog, because really I've only had a beef. The only Giants fan I've had a beef with is BadDog. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get down to the layers of what happened and where we are today. Okay, so obviously BadDog and I had been somewhat of a team together for several years on YouTube, and we had been working together, but not collabing per se, just working together as far as trash talking Cowboy fans, Redskin fans, and Eagle fans. And so, nevertheless, I've always enjoyed having BadDog. BadDog has always been like a tag team partner to me, right? It's always been good. He's always been good YouTube business for me. Obviously, BadDog changed, and he changed in a way that I didn't mind that he went that route. I was cool with that. In fact, it made things actually easier for me because I didn't have to worry about BadDog trash talking somebody and getting in the way of me being able to trash talk him. If he wanted to go that route, that's fine. But how the thing is I've always tried to be a protector of Giants football. And look, Eli Manning, in my opinion, is a guy that Giant fans didn't have any right trash talking, didn't have any right saying anything bad about. I completely understand of your opinion of Eli Manning when he was playing, whether it was good or bad. But to me, there were several New York Giant players that, in my opinion, were untouchable. You can't say anything bad about them. You shouldn't say anything bad about them because they've done so much for the organization that, damn it, even if they screw up, just leave them alone. Like, you can be disappointed, but never to the extreme of the things that Giant fans had started to say. Okay, and I understand that through time we can't beat Father Time. None of us can. Neither could Eli. So I had thought that BadDog was starting to make some clickbait content. And I thought he was using Eli in the wrong way. And that pissed me off. And it pissed me off to the point that I started to take jabs at BadDog. Because again, my original reasoning for even coming on YouTube was to defend the Giants. And in a lot of ways, Eli Manning inspired me to come on YouTube. Because when I came on in 07, that was basically put up or shut up time for Eli. And I wanted to defend Eli. And after he'd won 2 Super Bowls and did all this, to me, it was Gucci, right? I mean, whatever, it didn't matter what he did. It didn't matter if he threw 30 interceptions. Eli had given me all that I'd asked. He was going to leave the organization a better place. So I just thought that BadDog was doing clickbait, period. And so I attacked that. I went after that. And then BadDog did not like, he knew that I was talking about him. Okay. I don't think he's an idiot. He just knew that I was talking about him. And so he had made a video where he had called me basically a Tennessee bandwagon hick, somewhere along those lines. Well, I took offense to that, obviously, right? You know, where I make my living, where my family decided to have me, shouldn't determine my fanhood of the Giants, right? I love the Giants. I love them with a passion. I've dedicated a piece of my home that, to the Giants. And matter of fact, the wall behind me is actually, we're doing some tonight, either tonight or tomorrow. I'm making some upgrades. So the next time you see this wall behind me, it's going to look different. Okay. Won't look too different, but you're going to see some changes. You're going to see some updates to it. So when he said those things, that hurt. I ain't gonna lie. It hurt. I don't like that. I mean, I didn't think I was cool. But BadDog started to show more support for Oklahoma football. And then he started doing videos for the Lakers. Now, here's the thing. I have no problem if you think that if I'm a Tennessee hick. I have no problem if you think I'm a bandwagon fan for the Giants, right? I don't know how you could think that, but I'm okay with that. But in my opinion, when he went that route of streaming Laker games and supporting Oklahoma football, being that he's a New York guy, I looked at that as being a hypocrite. That's just the way I viewed it. And I thought, how can you point the finger at me and call me a Tennessee bandwagon hick, and then you go and do the same shit that you're basically accusing me for? Okay? Again, in my opinion, he attacked Eli wrongly, which he wasn't necessarily right, but he wasn't necessarily wrong either. Okay, looking back on it, we needed to make a change, and it wasn't fair that Eli was even out there based on the players we had around him. So the situation was fucked anyways. But we'll get to that. We'll get to the main reason why this beef is squashed. So nevertheless, he was taking his shots. I had taken my shots. Fast forward to now, our recent memory. BadDog, I thought, did some things behind the scenes with other YouTubers who you guys had seen me try to interact with. BadDog chopped my knees out from underneath me. I'm not going to tell you all the details on this, but he did. Okay, and it messed up what I thought would have been some great content for you, the subscribers. Okay. I don't blame him. After all, I was taking shots at him, so I don't blame him. We talked about that. We both apologized and we both worked it out. But what made me want to squash this beef, and I think maybe he thought this same way as well, the only reason we had a beef was because the Giants organization forced us to have a beef. The Giants organization has put our fan base into such a spin that it's almost like we're two political parties fighting with one another. It's almost like we're Democrats and Republicans. And it's been going on this way probably ever since Tom Coughlin left this organization. Because we had a group of people who either wanted Tom Coughlin gone and a group of people who didn't want Tom Coughlin gone. We had a group of people in the Giants organization who didn't like OBJ's antics and some people who did like OBJ. We had a group of people that wanted Eli Manning to stay the Giants quarterback. And then we had a group of people that wanted to move on from Eli, right? We had a group of people that even thought that Ben McAdoo was the right decision, or some that thought that he wasn't the right decision. We had a group of people that couldn't decide on what the hell to do with Landon Collins. Yeah, let's keep Landon Collins. No, let's move on from Landon Collins, right? So on and so forth. There's been so many things that the Giants organization has put on our fan base that we can't help but fight with one another. Because we're taking sides, and it's not even about football. It's really not. It's about just nonsense. Because when you don't win, when the organization doesn't win, people start to point the finger at things. And that's, in short, what happened to BadDog and I. BadDog took a stance like a Democrat or Republican would, and I took a stance. And I know that he's passionate about the Giants, just like he knows I'm passionate about the Giants. But the problem was, on most cases, we were on different sides of the fence. And so, at the end of the day, whether he was trying to grow his channel in a certain way and used a tactic that I like to call clickbait, and whether I went too extreme, at the end of the day, we both bleed big blue. And we both want the Giants to just be successful. He may not love Eli Manning at the level that I love Eli, but I still know that he respects what Eli had done for this organization. Okay? Even the Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is another example of having to split the fan base right down the middle and you having to pick a side of, yeah, that's a good pick. No, that's a bad pick. This organization has done nothing but stir up us Giant fans to the point that we're gonna beef on certain topics. So in the end, BadDog and I said some things to each other that we probably both regret in private. We both attacked each other. We said some nasty things, I'm not going to lie. But at the end of the day, somebody came to one of my videos or his videos and said that we were two alpha dogs. And I believe that. I just think that that's the case. And I respect BadDog as a Giants fan. I respect any man that comes on YouTube and acts like a good fan. You know, Fist Vegas is not a good fan, right? You know, he's a bad example of what a fan is in today's world, right? You can assume that I'm a Giants fan. You cannot assume that he's a Giants fan. He assumes that I'm racist, right? Well, I can't assume what his race is or even what his gender is because he hasn't even showed his face on camera. So he could be an Asian woman for all I know. The man doesn't even have the balls to put his face on camera. So any person that has the nuts to come on YouTube and represent at the best of their ability for their fan, for their favorite team, whether they're being a fan, a cheerleader per se, like people have called me, or just being someone who reports the news like Chris the Entertainer does for the Giants, or even BadDog, that's cool as long as you be real about it and authentic. And I understand that clickbait is going to happen. It's YouTube. It's a business. You know, people got to get their views. People got to get their likes. People got to get their subs. People got to get their super chats. I get that. But make no mistake about it. I'm always going to, as long as I'm on YouTube, I'm always going to defend the Giants at the best of my ability. I don't assume that I'm always right either with the Giants because, look, there were some players like Sonoris Moss, for example, that I thought were going to be big time players for the Giants, and they were. I was completely wrong. But I've also been right about guys like Eli. There's been plenty others, but I'm always going to defend the Giants, and I will do that even against other Giant fans if I have to. If I see something that's not, in my opinion, right, and I may be wrong, I'm going to go after that. And so, unfortunately, BadDog and I clashed heads. We went at each other. He said some things about my family, but I said some things as well. And so we squashed it. We're good. And the goal is to make quality content for all the subscribers out there that enjoy both of our channels. That's the goal. And so I don't want anybody to have to pick a side. And ultimately, that was another backbreaker in this whole deal was I didn't want to make subscribers have to pick between me or BadDog as to who they wanted to support. If you want to support BadDog, you can support BadDog and you can support my channel and be not have to worry about offending one or the other. And so the Giants fans here on YouTube helped us come back together. And then ultimately, the Giants organization and their silly decision making is what drove us apart. But the Giants community here on YouTube is what also brought us back together. So that's a roundabout way of what happened. I am missing a few details, but some of them I think that's just better if I just leave them in private. And you know, I don't know. I don't like. The only thing I will say that it's hard for me to forgive BadDog on some of the things that he said about my family, most notably my little girl. But at the end of the day, I also know that people make mistakes, and I've certainly made some mistakes. And I hope one day, my little girl or even my future son are just bigger Giant fans than I am. And if not, so be it. But I just want to let everybody know that we've squashed our beef. We're good now. We're hopeful to make more content together, and hopefully things will. I have made a promise to him that if I felt like he had done some things that I didn't agree with, that I would reach out to him and try to communicate better with him, and I'm going to do that. But I just want everybody to know that subscribe to my page that I'm not jealous. I don't roll like that. I've always tried to make my channel the best channel that I can possibly make it, to give you guys the best possible content that I can make it. And I've never been driven through money or fame or any of that. I'm just on here to defend the Giants with the short time that I come on here per week. So it's nothing but love. It's nothing, about Giants. And to me, I'm ready to go back hating on Eagles, Redskins, and Cowboy fans. Those people I can't tolerate. I can't work with it. Those people we can't apologize to. But BadDog, we're good. Anyways, I just want to thank you, and thank you guys for coming and checking this video out. I will definitely be putting out some more good content. I think some more good content for you guys, and we'll keep at it. So, anyways, thanks again. You guys have a good Memorial Day weekend. Remember, when you're grilling out this weekend, that it's not about a 3-day weekend. It's about those that sacrifice the ultimate price so that we could enjoy football and bicker and moan and groan here on YouTube. So you guys have a good weekend, and I'll be seeing you soon.